And we are back on Mitch and Mike on the mic. This is Mike on the mic talking to Mitch. And Mitch, how long? Well, first of all, how long was that
First of
last
all, that was a
piece?
very gentle intro.
Gentle, as
Yeah.
in what?
Very nice.
Oh, thank you.
But not a good nice.
No, what?
Like friend zone nice.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like friend
My
zone nice.
my
like
tone
oh,
of
the
voice.
girls are, oh, he's such a good friend. Don't
My-
ever get in the friend zone.
My tone of voice.
Yeah.
I get you. All right.
So
I
say it
want.
again.
I wanted to make sure I said it right, so I just.
Oh, you
I
slowed down?
Yeah, I calmed myself, and
What was it again? I missed it.
it was a lot of Mitch and Mike's on the mic in a row.
Yeah.
All right, it was, and we're back, and this is Mitch and Mike on the mic. This is Mike on the mic talking to Mitch, and Mitch.
This is Mitch.
Yeah.
I'm on the mic too.
So anyway,
I don't want people to think that just
How-
because it's Mitch and Mike on the mic, I'm not on the mic, but I am on the mic and I am Mitch.
that's right. We are both on mic.
Okay.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good. All right. Anyway,
I'll fucking sit. I'll be on anything.
moving along. That's a little nasty. Oh, that's nasty. How long was our last piece? First of all, how long were we going, and how long was our last piece?
What do you mean, how long are we going?
No, how long were we gone? Like, okay, we're just coming back to them, but how long was your laundry break?
6 minutes, 28 seconds or so.
Oh, okay. Are you sure you got that right?
Yeah, I'm pretty dead on.
28? Okay.
But the actual the length of
Yeah,
the
how
last
long?
one,
Yeah, we just talked about how we had Mitch take an alcoholic test. How long was that segment?
27.6 minutes.
27 minutes. Okay. 27 minutes. See, that did not feel like it took. Well, we went on a couple of long tangents. That's probably why it took us so long. But you want to talk about something with like the length of time. 27
Yeah.
minutes is a long like presentation.
27 minutes. Like, really, that, like, I know it's probably hard for listeners to sit through because it might not have been that good, but I don't give a fuck. And if you don't like it, you don't get to listen to it. If
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
Like it, hit close. If you like it, and you listen to it. If not, I don't give a shit.
That's
Fuck
right.
yourself. However, I will
This
say,
isn't for everyone.
if I was to compare that 27 minutes, like Mike just said it, that shit flew by. But I think in my head, I remember back in like junior high school and high school, and you're in like a class, and the teacher's like, all right, you guys get like a month and a half to prepare for a presentation.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, God, a fucking presentation.
Just because it was the longer amount of time you had for something,
that's
the
the more-
bigger you thought it was.
Well, and you can procrastinate for that much more.
exactly.
And you're like, oh my God, how long has it got to be? And they'd be like, 15 minutes. And
15 minutes was a long presentation.
15 minutes to a high schooler,
Yeah, that's a long time.
it's an eternity.
But
Like,
I have.
let's pretend heaven's real. You get to go there for eternity.
Yeah.
It's far too long if you really think about it. Everything's fucking meaningless, just like the presentations in high school.
I've
Did you?
I have a theory on that.
Going back to presentations on high school that we really didn't leave yet,
Mm-hmm.
and your teacher said it's very important you do good on this presentation. Were you ever
Totally.
ever in an interview for one of your jobs, did they ask you about a high school presentation?
No, but here's the point. The point of doing that 15-minute presentation isn't necessarily what you're presenting. It's the fact that you're presenting it to a group for 15 minutes. It's getting you ready to do presentations in real life. Because people do have to do presentations. And not only that, presentation of yourself in an interview. Like, when I go on an interview, if I have a good one, it takes an hour, at least.
I just experienced the truth from Michael Allen.
Oh, wait, no. I have another theory. though.
Sometimes this podcast can be funny, but sometimes it's just fucking straight.
Sometimes I'll give you some shit.
Sometimes that was just straight real life, my friends.
Well, here's another one for you. The reason that a 15-minute presentation in high school seemed so long was, one, you've never had to do it before.
yeah, sometimes you're like in junior high school, like you get boners easily, and so you get called up and you don't
Yeah,
wanna-
well,
you don't
yeah,
wanna get up.
and it's the longest 15 minutes of that kid's life.
Woo.
But here's the other thing, though. As an adult, at least in age, how old are you now?
I'm 29.
29. Okay,
That's
so
only
you're an adult.
That's only 8 years in liver years, though.
Yes. But all right, but 29,
Yes.
you've lived 29 years. So
Did I-
so 15 minutes, you've experienced a shitload more 15-minute time frames than that junior high schooler
you're
has.
right.
That's
actually
it seems shorter to you because you've experienced
did-
it so many times.
I did read about that though before, like when you're younger, how years seem to go farther. Because let's say you're 5 years old, 1 year is 1/5 of your life.
Exactly. Time seems
Now
longer.
it's only I'm 1/29th. Who gives a shit?
And that's exactly the other point of that 15-minute presentation. Meh. I've done this a billion times,
Mike,
you know.
can we take a quick sidebar from presentations?
Absolutely.
Can you tell me who's entering the squared circle at this point
All right.
on Monday Night Raw?
I really hope I can say this right. I think I can.
You're laughing too much.
All right. I have confidence.
I
I
know
can
there's
do
a lot.
this.
The demographics of this podcast reaches
All right.
is probably huge fans of this particular individual.
Oh, you think? All right.
I
Well,
know.
all right. I'm gonna try.
Uh-huh.
Let me. I can't smile. See, this is the problem.
I'll look away.
I'm smiling.
I'll just,
All right, no, no, no.
I'll just drink my drink.
Fandango. Not
That-
long enough, right?
That was pretty close.
Pretty. Yeah. I knew I did. Halfway through, I realized I didn't have it. I was gonna give it my all, but
Let me tell you how it's supposed to be done.
All right.
You gotta breathe. You gotta breathe the A's better. You gotta breathe it better.
It's got exhale.
It's
right?
kind of like this. Fandango.
See. I feel like you rushed the go a little bit there,
I had it perfect.
and you didn't put enough of an emphasis on the beginning of the words. You know,
Not you messed it up already.
I know. I stopped. But you see what I mean with the emphasis?
Sidebar over.
Yep. Okay. That was long enough.
All right, so presentations blow ass, and we just did 27 minutes. What felt like 5.
Yeah. How long was our presentation on presentations? Let's check that.
That was probably
Well, just check the.
that was probably 15 minutes. That was probably a high school presentation length right there.
I don't think it was 15 minutes. Check though.
10.
Check.
Computer turned off. We're not recording anything right now,
Oh, we're not. Damn.
and I have no idea because it doesn't update us real time. We gotta wait till it's be done.
7 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, right down there. Good call. Good call. What's wrong with your voice?
Nothing. All right.
All right, so
Next topic.
27 minutes done.
Yeah. Well, we just had a 7-minute presentation there
That's very true.
with a couple of tangents, but anyway.
What's next on the list?
We are gonna. Well, we've talked about this before, but I don't think we've ever actually broadcast it. I am a huge fan of the NFL draft, and that's coming up in 10 days.
Oh,
And I gotta tell you something.
another reason to drink. Thursdays and Fridays and Saturday and Sunday.
Nope,
They
not
started on-
Sunday.
They started on Thursday though, right?
This year they started on Thursday with the
it-
first round at 8:00.
Just the first round, not the
Just
first
the first
rounds?
round. Day
All right.
2 is round 2 and 3, and day 3 is rounds 4 through 7. And
Okay.
this is the most unpredictable draft in like 30 years.
There's nobody good. I want to be
No.
the first to say it. There's nobody good in this draft.
I disagree. There's lots of good players, but it's much more spread out with their quality. Picks like I'm going to say 20 through 50 are all about the same. Like you're going to get about the same quality in those
the same
30 picks.
dude.
So that's why I really like the Giants. I feel like
What
they can come out with a
pick do the
legitimate,
Giants
real
have?
good first rounder. Somebody's going to fall to them, and then they can get another really good value.
What
in the
pick do
second.
they have in the first round?
19.
Oh, 19.
And there's a couple of players I'm looking at. And here's a really cool thing. If you do actually get interested in this, ESPN.com just posted something where
I don't trust them.
no.
No.
Well, here's the thing. It gives you a mock draft, and you can change literally anything. You can
Do you
make
know-
teams trade.
do you know
you
why I
can
don't-
change picks and whatever, and whatever you do, like towards the top, affects the rest of it. Like it readjusts what they think would happen if you say, okay, Miami traded up to number 6. Once you put that in, the
Oh.
rest of the draft
It's a
changes.
real-time update?
Yeah.
Well, here's the reason I don't trust ESPN is because they have Mel Kiper Jr. doing their draft analysis.
What's wrong with Mel?
He's had the same haircut since 1973.
And
It's fucking horrible. A man who doesn't care.
I don't care about
A man
the
who
kind
doesn't-
of haircut he has. I care about his ability to entertain me with the draft and his knowledge, and he's rather knowledgeable.
You gotta breathe it. You gotta breathe it, Mike. You just said you gotta breathe it.
You gotta breathe it.
This guy is the best
Heel.
This guy is one of the best heels they've had in a long.
I gotta say, yeah, he's just coming out, and he's a
long
damn
time.
good one. I like him. All right, NFL draft.
He reminds me of a much better dancing Razor Ramon.
I want to ask you some questions about the draft here.
Chico. Okay, what about the draft?
All right,
who's
so-
Manti Te'o dropping to? It better not be the fucking Giants.
What? All right. Well, I have a question for. What if he dropped to them in the second round?
He's a head case.
Would you feel comfortable drafting him in the second round?
No, I don't
No.
want him on my team.
You would take him off your board. You wouldn't draft him at all.
Get rid of him.
Never. You would not draft him in the 7th round.
Never.
Okay. Interesting. I disagree.
He's a head case.
If he dropped the Giants in the 2nd round, unless they took Ogletree in the 1st, I'd take him.
The only way I'd get him is if he was the fucking last guy in the draft. What's that guy's name called?
Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant. If I almost said my main man Tim Tebow. If Manti Te'o dropped to Mr. Irrelevant, I'd say fucking sign his ass up.
But we don't have the Mr. Irrelevant pick.
We could trade to it.
We could.
When's the last time a team traded to be the last pick in the draft?
Oh, I've seen it happen.
Really?
Yeah, it happened a couple of years ago.
Who? The Chiefs?
I want to say the Colts. But
Maybe
I mean,
maybe an
I
even worse
forget.
organization. Maybe it was the Bills.
No, it was just
The
I don't
Jets?
know. Get one.
Let me name two awful New York State related teams that are dog shit terrible.
I like how
The
you paused there and
Bills.
said related.
yeah. The Bills and the Jets.
Oh God, I hate
If you
the
put an
Jets.
all-star
They're
team-
so shitty.
If you put an
I
all-star
love-
team together between the Bills and the Jets, could you have a winning season?
I got a
I don't
tangent
think you
for you.
could.
I remember somebody asked me one time, like, why do you hate the Jets? And well, at the time I was drunk, and I couldn't respond, partially because of drunkenness. And at the time, I didn't.
That's where honesty comes out.
I knew I had a reason, but I could not explain it. But this was before the Rex Ryan era. And what the Jets are now
I love the
is
Rex
the
Ryan era.
epitome of what the Jets have always tried to be. And that is the exact kind of football team that I hate. And that's and they're the exact opposite of the Giants. And the circus that's going on, I love to hate them. I love what's going on with the Jets. It is amazing. They are an absolute train wreck.
Yeah, they're a train wreck. I do like Rex Ryan, though, because I'm quite honestly sick of the PC bullshit that goes on with all of entire sports interviews.
I see
Mike,
him as kind of like the Chad Johnson, Chad Ochocinco kind of vibe.
He's harmless.
Harmless, yeah. It's in good fun, in good jest. It's part of the show, part of who they are. But they're not trying to hurt anybody,
Yeah, they're just terrible.
and it's kind of entertaining.
So I think if we can rally this back to the draft,
Yes.
does anyone even have an inkling of knowledge of who the number one pick would be?
Oh yeah, it's most likely going to be Luke Joeckel.
Who?
Luke Joeckel. He is a
there's a
left
football name
tackle
for you.
from Texas A&M.
That's how I know it's going to be a boring ass draft, is when a fucking left tackle is the number one pick.
I disagree. Tony Vaselli and Orlando Pace both went number 1 overall. Those are good drafts.
Well, they're good players, but that's boring as all hell.
No, well, see, that's exactly the point.
I'd rather
This
have
is
Manti.
not going-
I'd rather have Manti Te'o go first.
This is not going to be a boring draft. This is going to be exciting hell. There's going to be a lot of trades. There's going to be a lot of surprises. I'm really excited because the Giants are going to come away with somebody special. There's a chance Chance Warmack can drop to him.
There's a chance.
His name is Chance Warmack.
Chance.
Chance.
Oh, it is Chance.
Yeah. So that's why I said there is a chance that Chance Warmack will drop to the Giants. He's a guard from Alabama.
Oh, we
He's a
lost
beast.
Blackburn too, didn't we?
We did. We signed Dan Connor. That's who I want them
Who?
to go after. Ogletree. We signed Dan Connor.
Was it the fucker from Dallas?
He played for Dallas last year,
Son of a bitch.
but he was with Carolina before that. We signed him for the league minimum. I want us. Yeah, I'd really like to.
Did
go
I ever
after
tell you who my
Ogletree.
favorite football player of all time was?
No. Who?
Albert Hainsworth.
Why?
Because he stomped a Cowboys player right in the fucking head.
I thought it was a Tennessee player.
No, he was on Tennessee, and he stomped
that's
the
right.
Dallas guy right in the fucking head. That was great.
Oh yeah, I think that was Andrew Garode.
I don't know.
That he
He got a
stomped.
face stomp in.
Oh, the Cowboys.
isn't it?
Cowboys have the pick right before the Giants.
We can also talk about another topic that I don't think ever made it to the live podcast release, which was the Dallas Cowboys have recently signed themselves into a no playoff win team for the next 6 fucking years.
Yeah, I don't think that one made it when they re-signed Tony Romo to the extension.
Well, if there's anything I know about Tony Romo is that he's a perennial fucking letdown. Not
Only in
quite
big
as-
games. I feel like
exactly.
he's underrated.
Only in big games, the games that matter. Oh, I put up 400 yards against.
That's the other thing. His
I put
team,
up 400 yards against the Raiders. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Who doesn't put up 400 yards against dog shit teams?
his team doesn't help him in those games either. He tries to do too much because the rest of the team is dog shit.
That's true.
I really feel like he's underrated. You know, he gets a bad rap. He's a good
Oh,
quarterback.
he's underrated for a reason.
I find it so funny that every Dallas fan hates him so much. Oh my God, it's so funny.
Jerry Jones had no other options. That's how sad and despicable the Dallas Cowboys are now. They have no other options for quarterback.
Well, that's my favorite part about the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are never going to win a Super Bowl until they get a new
Never.
GM. And they're never going to get a new GM until Jerry Jones dies because he is the GM and he's never going to give that up.
That's very true. How
So
old is he,
we
do you
got,
think?
I mean, I don't know. Let's look it up. I still say we got a while before they're going to win the Super Bowl, though.
I can't wait.
For
No
what?
way.
For them not to make it?
I can't wait for every year that they don't win. I can't wait for the next 6 years.
Jerry Jones.
And the fact that he signed for more money than Flacco.
Yeah, I think
Flack-
it was like guaranteed money or something.
Yeah, well, whatever. Either way. At least Flacco's won some playoff games.
Jerry Jones is
And a
70
Super
years
Bowl.
old.
He's got a good 20 years left.
He's going to live forever because he's like,
Well, he can afford
he's
all
a
the best.
demon on earth.
He can afford the best treatments.
Yeah, clearly by all the plastic surgery he's had.
Oh hell yeah! He gets all that side help from the cheerleaders probably.
All right, so back
Can
to
you imagine the
going
cheerleader
way back.
tryouts for Dallas?
They had those.
Yeah, I know.
They literally had a TV show about how to be a Dallas
Talking about
Cowboy
the
cheerleader.
real interviews and tryouts.
Oh, the ones behind closed doors.
Yeah,
Where you got to do a favor for Jerry.
yeah. Jerry lost his Viagra. Who
Come
can-
find it in his pocket.
Yeah. See who can be the human Viagra.
All right, so back to my question about the NFL draft.
Oh yeah.
What position do you see as the most dire need for the Giants? If every position is equal, where do you want them to go in the first round?
Like cornerbacks or safeties, that's where they all get
Yeah.
injured all the time.
Then you're talking
Injury
about
prone.
one of two guys, probably. Desmond Trufant out of Washington, corner, or Kenny Vaccaro, a safety out of Texas. Vaccaro might not be there. Trufant probably will be. Those are your best two choices. There's a possibility DJ Hayden or Xavier Rhodes. I personally don't want them to go after Xavier Rhodes. I don't think he fits the system, and he could bust.
And you don't like people named Xavier.
No, actually, I
do you
do
spell it
like
with
that.
a Z or an X? Who the fuck knows?
With the X.
Yeah, see, there's your problem.
Why?
He's a liar from the get-go. Spell that fucking thing with a Z. Don't be fucking around. If you can get that straight, how am I know he's going to be able to block people?
Well, he's
How am I-
not supposed to block
How
people.
am I know he's supposed to
cover
make
people.
tackles?
He's supposed to cover people.
He's going to be too busy trying to remember if it's a Z or an X the whole time. How is he be able
I
to...
think he knows his own name.
Okay.
But anyway, that's not the guy I want them to go after anyway.
Who's
Although there's
who's
a
your
saying
we know that the Giants always draft the best, like they
they say best player available. All right.
best
There's
player.
there's a lot of like GM and coach speak that goes on with Jerry Reese.
bunch of bullshit.
There's a little saying that
Bunch
that
of
goes
bullshit
around
that's
with
won us
some
2
Giants-
Super Bowls in the last 6 years.
Well, there's a little saying for Giants fans, and it's called "In Jerry We Trust." I trust Jerry Reese. Like whatever pick they make, if it's one of the guys that I want, I'm ecstatic. If it's not one of the guys I wanted, then I trust them to make the right decision because they definitely know better than I do.
What if on draft day Thursday you get a call from Jerry Reese? Says, Michael, we'd like to have you be on the team.
As a football player,
Is Eli Manning's Ben Gay powder?
would
you
dream
take
come
it?
true?
Would you take it?
No, the best call would be Jerry Reese calling me up saying, "Hey, I want you to be my assistant GM and learn under me." That
Oh.
would make just like
Would
my
you-
head explode.
Would you initiate cheerleader tryouts?
No. The Giants have never had cheerleaders. I'm not going to change that tradition.
That's why you initiate that.
No.
Take a fucking page out of
I don't
Jerry
want a
Jones's book.
mascot, and we don't have cheerleaders. That's not the Giants' way.
It could be the Michael Allen's way.
It's not.
Michael Allen cheerleader to victory way.
Not for the
You
Giants.
can just have them be there for practices. You don't even need to send them out for the real games.
Or I can just send them back to my apartment.
I'm pretty sure you could afford more than an apartment if you're his fucking assistant.
If I'm the assist, well, yeah. Well, I'm probably
I'd
making
say-
dog shit in the beginning.
Well, here's the thing.
because those
though.
guys make nothing.
It's
like
not even
that.
a house. It's a penthouse.
Oh.
Because people think house.
I like this fantasy.
They think yeah. People think house. People think house. They think family and kids and the dog. Those whoas don't want any of that shit.
I want a dog. I love dogs.
Dog
we have right now, I love that dog.
That's a good dog.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I'm going on a cheerleader penthouse rant.
She,
Hold on now.
okay, I'm
saying
stopping.
You want a penthouse
Yes, that would be nice.
because you don't maybe not live there all the time. So that way, when you one and done those bitches, you give them the old boot down the elevator,
Right?
and then they go back the next month, and you're just out somewhere else.
Because I got them crawling back to me.
They do sometimes, and that's the ones you like. You give them, you find out where they are.
Yeah.
You don't want to just send them to your house. You got to go penthouse,
Yeah, of course.
not apartment, not a house, penthouse.
Penthouse, that's right.
Because guess what comes with a penthouse?
What?
Full room service.
Sweet.
You know what comes with full room service?
What?
I don't know. I don't have a penthouse.
Everything.
When you become Giants assistant GM, you tell me what it's like.
When I get a penthouse, I will, but I doubt that would be as a Giants assistant GM.
It's gonna happen.
I sure hope
Never
so.
say no to your dreams, Michael.
Okay.
If there's one thing I learned tonight,
Never say no to your dreams.
I let my laundry go for too long. It's a little wrinkled.
And everybody Wang Chung tonight?
Everyone does Wang Chung tonight. I'm a possible alcoholic. 27 minutes feels like 50 minutes in high school.
Yep.
A left tackle might.
Well,
a left
no,
tackle
we
might be
we had
first
a
round.
serious ass shit discussion there for about 5 minutes when I went on my little rant about time.
I know.
Yeah.
It got real.
Yeah. It got realsy, yo.
What's the next topic after NFL and the draft and shit?
Shitty superheroes. I was gonna talk about my dog there for a second, but let's move on to shitty
We don't need to
superheroes.
talk. We don't need to talk about a dog
I just want to say, dude, she's funny as shit.
because as you transition from one, topic to the next, you want to make it smooth, and we just fucking just derailed the fuck out of that conversation.
As we're doing right now,
Oh yeah,
just
Shittiest-
blowing it up.
shitty superheroes. Now it's
Did he say
it's,
blow it
it's
up? Let's blow it
regulated. Now there's a lot of shitty superheroes. I remember when I was younger, I'd go on like the websites. And I'd like look up like different look up the history of like different superheroes, like how they started.
Oh yeah,
like Wolverine is like one of the coolest guys.
Oh,
He's
dude,
such-
I did that
such a
one time.
badass.
Yeah, like for
Look at his
Mortal
different
Kombat and for
costumes
like
that were
X-Men,
used.
just spent like hours, till 4 a.m. in the morning on Wiki, looking up the origin stories and the backstories and how everybody's
Yeah.
interconnected and stuff.
Oh yeah, and then like
great.
so then you dive down and you get these little shitty superheroes that were like in like the 70s when like comic books were getting
Oh my
starting to
God.
get popular. And there's like little dick man, and he's just got like a little dick, and he's just running around like trying to hit people with it, but it's so small it does no damage whatsoever. It's like negative hit points if you're doing like an RPG game.
And you just made them up, but I guarantee you that there's somebody at least similar to what you're talking about.
You know my favorite superhero of all time?
Who?
Alex Mack on Nickelodeon. Remember her?
Alex. Remember the name, but I don't remember what it is. Oh,
Alex Mack.
she
She
was
transformed
like
herself
toxic and
into, like,
yeah,
some
like the
silver
liquid
thing.
shit.
I had such a crush on her when. Oh my god.
That was the formative
like-
teenage years.
Oh, yeah, formative. for me, an exciting 30 minutes. That was a great show.
You know what else? Well, happened after that was the show Dark Angel. You remember that?
Jessica Alba's ripoff of Perfect Dark, the video game.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh man, but that was when I was like 15, 16.
Oh yeah.
It's good times.
Oh, that was a great time. I wonder how many seasons that lasted for.
2.
You know it.
It was either one or two.
You just cried at night.
Dude,
when you
no,
heard they were
it's
canceled.
Well, all right. When I just said like sometimes I'll go on like Wikipedia and like look up backstories and stuff. A lot of times I'm on IMDb, just like looking through like movies and how people are interconnected there.
This shit just leads you back to Jessica Alba related issues.
No, it's just all fucking over. Like I thought of that one day, and that exact question came in my mind. I was like, oh, what, I wonder how long that was on. And I think I looked up, and it was 2 years. I love IMDb. So shitty superheroes.
My entry into the shit. Now it's. I mean, like I said,
We're not talking about the lower level guys that nobody's ever heard of.
Or if they're pretty well known.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the shittiest one, and mine is the Flash.
Ugh.
Oh, this guy's fast.
Well, see, that's the thing. But, that's the thing because Aquaman. All right.
Aquamantine.
Yeah, I just brought that in out of nowhere. When I think of a shitty superhero, all of the pop culture references that I see always seem to relate to Aquaman as being the shittiest superhero. So that's what my answer is going to be. I'm going to relate my defense of the Flash in reference to Aquaman. Okay, Aquaman can like talk to sea animals, and it's like, when is that ever going to help?
Never.
Exactly. That's one of his things.
Unless
he can breathe underwater. And he can swim really fast.
Unless he is a part of the Simpsons universe, when the one Halloween episode when the dolphins took over.
Well, but the dolphins spoke English though.
But he could still talk to them, and maybe he'd hold more respect in their eyes, or blowholes,
or he would just beat the shit out of them, kept them in the ocean.
There's no need to
put
be
them in their place.
Dolphins.
They took over the whole land. They took over the town.
Yeah, but they were all asking for it.
It is a shitty town.
Yeah, it's a pile of shit.
It is.
In the middle of nowhere. We don't know where the hell it is.
Well, we were concerned about moving here when, it was rated worst town in America. Ooh, you can see our house in that photo.
I miss The Simpsons. I miss good Simpsons.
I do too. Well, no, I'll go back and watch them every once in a while. But I gotta watch them more. I watch other stuff.
Like seasons 2 through 12 or
I'm gonna say 3 through.
There was a couple good ones. There was a couple good ones in season 2,
11.
I think.
But
season 3.
But that's the thing. Season 2, yeah, there were a couple good ones. Season 3 is all of them.
Oh God, it's so good.
All right, but anyway,
I did Flash.
And I'm talking about Aquaman, and so all right. Aquaman's powers are basically useless. They don't help anything.
Yeah.
But his personality is shitty as well. Flash, on the other hand, has a great personality. So when he's not the Flash, the other parts of the comic are interesting as well.
I didn't know he had another like a regular
Think
personality.
Van Wilder, like the Ryan Reynolds character of Van Wilder, with more of an ego and just more like brash and
faster.
Shit. Yeah. Well, Ryan Reynolds was trying to get in the movie of the Flash because that character that he plays, kind of like he did in X-Men Origins, that's exactly what the Flash is. Like it's his perfect kind of character.
Isn't he 2 superheroes? Well,
he was
comic book related people.
Oh, he's been in a couple of different ones, yeah.
Because he was the Green
Lantern. That was a shitty movie. That should have been so much better.
And then he was also...
And he was in the X-Men Origins.
For Wolverine, but what was this guy's name?
He was the mercenary. The merc.
Oh, he was... Oh, because he changed. He was 2 different guys in the same movie. He was Deadpool.
Yes, he was Deadpool.
And then Deadpool fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
And then when Deadpool got cancer, when he was bald.
Yeah, and they gave him like the double swords and.
You're supposed to laugh at my cancer joke.
Wow, that was an evil laugh.
I fucking do evil laughs. So what can I say?
Well, so that's my defense of the Flash as opposed to Aquaman, and the Flash.
What about the Daredevil?
Does come in handy.
What's your thoughts on the Daredevil?
He's
he just
shitty.
a worthless pile of shit?
But I don't think he was big enough. Yeah, they made a movie out of it, but it's not like he was a great comic book. He wasn't a great superhero to begin with, but they made a shitty movie. Ben Affleck.
Worst. And I haven't seen all of them, but I'm gonna say the worst superhero movie of all time. Oh,
no,
fuck.
It's not.
Oh, wait a second.
Batman and Robin.
I don't even count that.
Dude, yeah. Well,
that's
all
amateur
right.
hour.
How about Super Mario? Well, no, that's video game.
You're different. I'm gonna say at first. Here's what I was saying. At first, I was thinking Fantastic Four 2.
That is a horrible movie.
One time, I wiped my ass and I smelled it. It
And it
was
was
way
better.
more. It was way more enjoyable than
Yeah.
Fantastic Four 2.
I guarantee.
And
Yeah,
that's
even
saying
with
a lot,
Jessica Alba. in it.
because I'm giving it the Michael Chiklis pass.
Yeah,
Michael
that's
Chiklis
right.
from The Shield, which happens to be
You're
one of
a
my
huge
all-time
fan of that,
favorite
yeah.
fucking TV shows. He was the thing. Oh, that movie was fucking.
And Jessica Alba too.
That movie was fucking horrible.
It was. I can't believe they made a second one after that first one.
But I
'Cause
was
the
gonna
first
say-
one wasn't very good.
But I was
either.
gonna say the other ones. Ghost Rider.
I can't believe they made a second one of those.
I'd rather light my head on fire like the Ghost Rider than
I
have to
saw
watch.
the Ghost Rider in theaters. The first one.
I saw the first one. You and me might have went to it.
No, I saw that was in college. I was in Providence when I saw it.
Oh.
I remember that because I saw Ghost Rider, and
Who the
then
hell did I go see that with?
like I think I picked up the tickets to go see Seven Dust in concert.
That's
And
one
then I
of
went
the.
and saw Ghost Rider.
That's one of those movies when when I was younger, I loved any movie. I would just make up I was
'Cause you're a kid.
I was a movie apologist. I'd make up reasons
Yeah.
and try to convince people. It's a fucking great movie,
Yeah.
right? Good fucking movie.
Exactly.
It's not the greatest, but I like this part over here.
Yeah. This is why it's still enjoyable.
Ghost Rider was one of those movies that just made me question what the fuck I was watching at any given time because it was so awful.
That was bad, but I guarantee you, there's still more. There's still way worse.
Do you want
ones.
to know? Do you want to know a movie? This is not a superhero movie. We're doing superhero stuff.
No. Well, we still got to
Oh.
talk about Iron Man 3.
I don't want to talk about
You
Iron Man
know?
3.
Okay. I want to see it.
I will see it first before I pass judgment.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so
I have questions
Daredevil,
about third movies. and
Daredevil,
trilogies.
Aquaman, and The Flash. Triple combo, shittiest superheroes of all time. Moving on to more movie trivia, though.
All right.
Guess-
Major superheroes, they're up there, but that's still debatable.
They have
Anyway,
movies.
moving on.
We'll end the segment on this. One of the finest movies of all time just hit its 20th anniversary. It is based on. I'll give you some hints.
Okay.
3 words: baseball,
Okay.
dog.
The Sandlot.
I didn't get to my third, but you're fucking right. The Sandlot just hit.
What
it's
was the
20
third guess going to be?
I
Or
don't
third
know.
word?
I was gonna say so. Baseball.
baseball.
I was gonna
dog.
say. I was gonna say Ruth. Baby Ruth. Yeah, I was talking about some chick, Baby Ruth.
You throw like a girl.
Let's make it a quick game.
I love the
Is that your
the
sister?
extra.
Out in right field? Is she naked?
That catcher is great. I love the extra though when it like goes over
Graham
everything.
Bino.
Yeah, when they go over all the characters and he ended up marrying the chick from the pool. They had 9 children.
Don't you know what her name is?
Wendy
Peppercorn.
All right, I knew it was Wendy, but I want to say Testerberger, and that's the chick from South Park.
Testerberger.
Testerberger. That's like Stan's girlfriend in South Park.
If I could hook up with any chick in movie history, it would be Wendy Peppercorn.
Really?
Like, you've seen the movie?
I've seen the movie, but any girl, any woman in the history of movies,
Because I'm just saying,
you're picking the 16-year-old. No, not even 16-year-old. What is she like? 15, 14 in that?
She was older than that in the movie. The actress was. She definitely was.
Okay, but you're picking the one who's under 18 as opposed to any girl, like, in movie history. Any woman in movie history.
For this bit in this podcast, yes, I am.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I gotta hear this one.
She is, 1, she's smart because she knows how to save a life. 2, she's hot because she's got that red bathing suit like Baywatch. And 3, her name is Wendy. And I love Wendy's.
You do love Wendy's.
Oh, so good. I mean, that's the trifecta. What the fuck else do you want from me, Mike?
That was the worst. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Reasoning?
I'm gonna go with explanation. That was the worst explanation. Yeah. Well, all right. Reasoning. Yeah. I'm not convinced. You haven't convinced me.
I gotta find this movie online somewhere. I'm gonna be able to watch this. It's such a classic.
I have the movie.
Well, you should fucking bring it over so you can watch Wendy Peppercorn
I
again.
probably tried to give it to
Is
you.
it-
Remember when we were going through my hard drive? I was giving you like all the movies.
I would have snagged that in a fucking heartbeat.
Oh, you must have missed it because I'm
I'm
pretty
gonna
sure
Google
I got
this. Wendy Peppercorn. And make sure
it. Why
we're
don't you
saying
just go on IMDb, look up The Sandlot.
it's way too long.
I bet I can do it faster.
Yeah. Wendy Peppercorn. Her name is Marley Shelton. It says on Wikipedia, the first line.
Karen Allen was in that?
Oh, no, I don't want the Android app. Oh, my God.
Oh, her.
Mary Shelton.
Holy shit, she's been in a bunch of stuff.
Really?
Like, recently, yeah. She was in Planet Terror.
Planet
she was
Terror?
in Grindhouse. She was in Pleasantville.
I don't know Pleasantville. I know the Grindhouse movies. Those are
Pleasantville was the black and white one when like they suddenly got color with Tommy Maguire and what's the girl there from?
She was
Cruel
in Sin
Intentions.
City. That's another great movie.
Yeah, she was. Wait a minute. Was she one of the two sisters? Like the twin sisters?
She's a very attractive woman, but she did not age as like I thought. Maybe I'll retract my statement. Maybe I'll stick with my old favorite, Heather Graham.
Interesting. Oh, she was the customer in Sin City.
Do you know what another great movie that I saw? It was on TV recently that I just thought of when I mentioned Heather Graham.
What's that?
Austin Powers.
The second one.
Well, but I saw the third one.
Okay.
And it was
with
one
Beyonce.
of those Beyonce, and it was one of those. I was just like, let me kind of watch this as it's on TV.
See for relevance, like years later, if it holds up.
See how it held up. And my fucking God, you know what it reminded me of?
Wayne's World.
No, it reminded me of like just a crazy out there like Mel Brooks movie. It reminded me of like Spaceballs, just cheesy bullshit like comedy.
Well, yeah, that's his style.
It just hits home, man.
See, that's the thing. I don't think. Oh, all right.
There was a part. Hold on. There was a part where Mini-Me turns away from Dr. Evil and he goes with Austin Powers.
I remember.
Well, there's that one fight scene that they have where he throws like the sack over him, which is pretty funny. But then there's a part where they get on the ship and they have to do the checkup, or what do you call it? The physical. They're doing the physical.
Okay.
And they got him behind like the
the curtain, and they do the curtain bit.
And they got the shadow bit.
Yeah.
He's got his hand out.
Like it's the baby with the apple. Yeah.
Well, not a baby with the apple. It looks like his dick, and it's holding up the apple.
And
he leans over.
The term is, Jesus Christ, it looks like you've got a baby arm holding an apple, So that's exactly what they had, was a midget's arm holding an apple.
I didn't even put it together until just now.
Oh, you never knew that?
I just thought it was hilarious, and the guy who hit his dick just fucking go up like this.
The whole saying is a baby's arm or a midget's arm holding an apple. Jesus Christ, what have you got down there? A baby's arm holding an apple?
And the best part is when the doctor goes around and he's like, freeze, and fucking Mini-Me's wrapped around him.
Oh,
So Austin Powers puts his hands up, and in order to get out of because they're tied around each other, and in order to get out of the situation, Mini-Me bites off like the little IV tube that he's in.
Yeah.
And so the guy on the other side is looking at the shadows like he's biting off the umbilical cord, and then there's just like the fluid just spitting all over the floor. He just falls out like he's falling out of his vagina.
For me,
oh my God,
the Austin Powers movies are the same.
Thing.
They're the exact same movie as the Wayne's World movie and almost any other Mike Myers movie. It's all the exact same thing. They're funny. Don't get me wrong. I love them, especially the Austin Powers movies because they, I was right in the right age group for those.
Oh, they're great.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah, and you don't fucking break something or you don't fix something that's not broken.
Well, all right. With movies, the whole point is trying to get something fresh and new. Can't keep making the same movie.
Well, Mike Myers did try that with the Love Guru.
Yeah, and that bombed.
Yeah, so like I just said, you don't have to fucking fix something that's not broken. All right, Mike. All right, Mr. Mike, the movie critic. We are going to take another break here.
All right.
The break might be for 5 minutes. It might be till next week, but we'll find out. Thanks again for tuning into, what's it called again, Mike? I can't quite remember.
Mitch and Mike on the mic.
Fuck yeah.